Good day to you, sir. I am Dwight Kent Simbrinusi. I am from the College of Maritime Education, BS MARE, third year, Block Alpha. And today, I will discuss to you all about the disassembly and assembly of an air compressor. But first, we should always remember that in order to disassemble or assemble an air compressor, you should wear the proper outfit, the proper PPEs, protective personal equipment, and the right tools so that the parts of the air compressor could not be damaged and can be handled properly. So, first I will discuss to you the dismantling or disassembly of an air compressor. So, here we go, sir. So, in the disassembly of an air compressor, the first step is to unfasten or loosen the bolts that holds the cylinder head so that it could be removed from the compressor. So here is a video of it. So you should do like that in order to remove the cylinder head. Then after removing the cylinder head, remove the gasket. So here is the continuing of the video. After removing the cylinder head, remove the gasket. So after removing the gasket and the cylinder head, then remove the governor unit. So here is the video, sir. Remove the governor unit. So after, unfasten or loosen the bolts that holds the crankcase cover and then remove the crankcase cover and the gasket. So here, sir. Next step is to remove the connecting rod bolts and then tap or gently tap the piston so that it could be removed and also remove the connecting rod. So here is the video of removing the piston, the connecting rod, and the connecting rod bolts. That is what you do when you remove the piston. First, remove the bolts safely with the right tool. So the next step is to remove the rear cover and slide out the crankshaft. So here is the video. So the next step is to remove the front cover, and after that, you should remove the bulb components from the bottom casing. So before assembly, you should check, or you should always, after disassembling the air compressor, you should always check if there are damage or wears or something wrong with the air compressor so that it could be uh, changed before assembling it again. So the next topic is the assembly of the air compressor. So here are the steps on how to assemble the air compressor. So the first step in the assembly of the air compressor is that first you should put an assembly lube on the crankshaft and then slide the crank into the compressor and into the front housing bearing. So here is some video, example of the video, example of it. So that is what you should do first if you assemble the air compressor. So second step is to install the rear cover to the compressor body. So here's the video of it. So the third step of in assembly of the air compressor is to insert the piston inside the cylinder bore and then gently push it until the rings are inside, and then continue pushing it until uh, it reaches the connecting rod. So here is the video of what I have said. So as you can see, he is using a wooden hammer to push it so that it can be safely as attached to the cylinder bore. So that is what you should do. So the fourth step in the assembly of an air compressor is to put the gasket or the cylinder gasket into the block and then put or install the cylinder head. So here's the video. So the last step of the assembly of the air compressor is to reinstall or install the governor unit into the compressor. You can choose whether you should change or make another use another governor unit, or you could use the older one. It depends on you, or it depends on the situation if the governor unit is still okay to use or it is not okay to use. So here is the video. So, after what I have said, those are the steps of the assembly and the disassembly of an air compressor. So, those steps are many, right? So, you should write it down and then always remember that you should have enough knowledge to be or to be able to assembly or assemble or unless disassemble an air compressor and any machineries inside the ship. So that is all. Thank you and God bless.